Joining me now, Dr. Seyed Mohammad Marandi, Professor and Dean of the Faculty of World Studies at the University of Tehran. Dr. Marandi, welcome to the program. Now, Japan was formerly a major buyer of Iranian crude, but stopped purchases to comply with U.S. sanctions, which in itself says a lot about Japan's stance on this issue. What does Rouhani wish to accomplish on this trip?
I think the most important objective is to try to encourage the Japanese to distance themselves away from U.S. policy, because the United States is effectively hurting Japan and all other countries that have been dependent on Iranian crude oil. And the United States is putting these countries at risk because they are becoming over-dependent on regimes like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, which are not necessarily very stable in the long term. So they're putting all their eggs in one basket under American pressure. And also, perhaps the Iranian president would like to push the Japanese prime minister to make him push Trump away from his current policies. But I don't think that will be very successful if that's an objective.
Let's take a look at where Japan stands in terms of this. Japan didn't exactly join the U.S.-led maritime coalition in the Gulf, and Shinzo Abe earlier said he would strive as much as possible to ease tensions in the Middle East, noting Japan's alliance with Washington and so-called favorable relations with Tehran. What kind of help exactly can Japan provide in the Middle East in terms of maintaining peace and stability?
Well, the closer Japan aligns itself with the United States, the less helpful it is for peace and stability. And therefore, the Iranians are basically warning Japan that if they tilt more towards Trump and towards Trump's policies, that will increase tensions in the region. Already, the Iranians are moving closer towards countries like China and Russia and other independent countries that oppose U.S. policy, and they too are tilting more towards Iran. And this is, again, another warning being made by the Iranians that if the Japanese do not create some distance between themselves and the United States, they will not only lose the Iranian market, but if there is instability in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, they will not be able to benefit from Iran's capabilities, but countries that have distanced themselves from the United States will be able to do so.
Dr. Marandi, appreciate your insight. Thank you so much.